Hello everyone, my name is Luis Vargas and I'm a third year pre-medical student and I want to start making YouTube videos. Why? Well, because I feel like I have learned a lot in my journey into medicine, which I think is an extraordinary career for anyone who wants to pursue it. I feel like I can provide helpful information for those that do not have any type of formal guidance. In this video, I want to talk about how to take notes efficiently. So if you guys want to know more about me, please make sure to follow me on Instagram, Luis Vargas. So this video will be divided into three sections. First, I will talk about active recall and how to take notes with active recall. Then I will talk about spaced repetition and the forgetting curve. Then lastly, I will end it with how to implement both active recall and spaced repetition in your studies. So if we're going to talk about taking notes efficiently, we have to talk about active recall. For those that don't know, active recall is essentially testing yourself and getting information out of your brain that you have recently learned or read. Back when I first started college, I fell into a trap that most students fall into, which is highlighting and underlining and passively taking notes of what they're reading or what the lecturer is saying. I say this is a trap because you're not really using your brain. You're just writing down whatever it is that you're reading or what the professor is saying. So you want to use active recall and try to get information out of your brain without looking at what you're reading. Although I got pretty good grades using the highlighting and rewriting notes, I was not yet a straight A student. And it was when I started implementing active recall into my studies that I became a straight A student. So how do I implement active recall into my studies? Well, to give an example, right now I'm currently studying for the MCAT, and for those that don't know, the MCAT is an exam for prospective medical students. And if you want to go into medical school, it is very important that you do well on this exam. So what I'm currently doing is, as I'm reading the book, right, and I'm learning new information, I'll read one paragraph and then I'll close the book. And then I'll try to write down everything that I remember. So as I'm reading, I'm thinking, what is this paragraph telling me? What am I learning about? And then I close the book, and essentially I try to write down as much as I can remember. And yes, this does take a long time, and yes, it takes up a lot of energy, but it will help you retain information better in the long run. Then, on top of all of that, I go back and fill in the information I did not instantly recall to fill in any important gaps of knowledge. And then, once I'm done reading the chapter, I do not end it there. Remember I said back in the beginning, spaced repetition? Well, I add spaced repetition into the mix. And for this, German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus came up with the hypothesis of the forgetting curve, and this is essentially how our memory works. So the forgetting curve hypothesizes that our memory will forget information over time when we do not try to retain it. So I take this into account, and after I read a chapter and take notes, as I told you guys, I will do Anki flashcards. And for those that don't know, Anki is a software that has an algorithm built into it that disturbs the forgetting curve that we're talking about. So I usually have flashcards that are due for the previous chapter that I was reading, and I will do those flashcards, and then when I'm done reviewing those flashcards from previous chapters, I will create new flashcards. So I will go back into my notes that I took, and I will reread my notes, and as I'm rereading my notes, I will make flashcards with questions, statements, and facts and little details that I think will be important for me to memorize. Once I'm done making those flashcards, I will now go back and review those flashcards. And yeah, I think Anki is a great software, and if you guys want to know how I use it, just leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to make a video on it. So thank you guys for watching, and now I will ask you to implement active recall with what you just learned in this video. So what did you guys learn? So first we learned about how to take notes using active recall, and then we learned about the forgetting curve and spaced repetition. Then we learned how to implement active recall with spaced repetition into your studies by using Anki flashcards. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you guys like my content, please make sure to subscribe, as I will be making new videos every week, and leave a comment down below. I would love to see how you guys take notes and how you guys implement active recall and spaced repetition into your studies. So thanks again.